this is my third signal here. Wasn't real deep. Still out here, just working this woods. Used to be a schoolhouse, old church house back at the turn of the century, back in the 1880 up till I think it was 1910. It was still in here, and 72 down in here, jumping up as high as 78, just back and forth. It's down there about 3 inches, and I just pulled myself an Indian. Like that. See if we can get kind of dark back in here. Real dark. Nice Indian. Let's see what that says. 1906. See if we can get that focus in here. It's kind of dark back in these woods, but let's see if we can get her focus in. There we go. Oh, 1900. My fault. Still good. We'll take it. I'll crusty on the back side. Make out a little bit of the 1 cent on there. Not bad. Like I said, there's not a lot of targets back in here, but you know, it's still nice to get out in the woods once in a while and listen to the peace and quiet. A lot of ATVs going up and down the road, so let's go see what else we can find. Getting a signal down in here, it was anywhere from a 50 going all the way up to an 81 down in there. I mean, it was rusty. That was throwing me off, and it was down there quite a ways. That's good pinpointer deep down in there. And some of you guys will recognize this, some of you won't. But this here, you're looking real close at that. This used to be what they called a hook. The old lumber guys back in the day, they would have these gaps on that. What you do is they'd stick them into the tree. They were, hooked onto the boots and that, like this, down here, and then strapped around going all the way up, so that way they could climb trees with this stuff. This is an old one here. Seen its better days, but boy, this goes all the way back, turn of the century, back when Wisconsin was those huge white pines growing up in here. This is a nice old piece here. Real nice. Like those old relics back in the day. But that's a neat piece. So let's keep moving forward here and see what else we can pull up out of here. Another signal down in here. This was ringing up right in that 72 to 74. I'm trying to be kind of quiet. I got some folks out here on the road. Another one in that 72, 74. I think I got me a weedy here. I'm real sure. We'll get her cleaned up here and see what we got on there. Well, looks like another Indian. Oh yeah. There it is. Yep, another Indian. Nice. They said up here in that old church, right up over the hill, right up on top of the hill here is the old church. And this church has been in here since, well, according to the plot maps, about 1860 is when it was established. Let's see what we got on this penny here. Oh, looks like a 1901. 1903. That'll do. Second Indian of the day. Not too bad a hunt so far. It'll work this real good. We'll find us another one of these. I finally made it into that church. I was finding the Indian heads down over in there. Like I said, this church goes way back. Way back, you can see. The stone foundation going all the way around it there. Cutting through over there. Not real big. I mean, you can see it coming down through this way here. Not sure if that was the opening right there or not, but like I said, you can get a good idea of what she looks like. It's way back in there. Got an ATV trail right out that direction, as you can hear them going by right now. So give you a good look at where I'm hunting here. Like I said, dates all the way back to, I want to say it's 1860 is when this was completed, and then it basically banned in 1910, I think it was. So we'll see if we can find us some silver out here somewhere. We're finding Indians, but no silver. I got a nice 83 down in here, and of course, no hunt is complete without a mason jar lid. The bane of my existence this year. Let's go find some more. 64, 68, it's jumping around in there, and wasn't that deep, maybe 3-4 inches, and boy, you got me. I wonder if that is an old I was gonna say like a nozzle, you know, for like the firefighters, but I don't know if that's right. You got me. I have to give that a good cleaning and see if there's any writing on it. Huh. Copper. Well, let's keep moving forward. Okay, I moved away from the church I was working at. Got a couple of Indians out of there. It was my second stop. First stop was an old homestead I had worked before, and I really didn't get anything out of there. I mean, I got a couple of Indians in the past, stuff like that. Church was the second stop. I'm here at an 1890 farmstead now, as you can see. I mean, the old silo is right there. You can see the silo through the trees here. Working this ravine down through here, and I got my second target here. Wasn't that deep. Like I said, just working this ravine coming past the barn, and I think I got a buckle. That's an old one too. Check that out. Oh, it's an old bugger. Very cool. Heavy brass. Boy, I want to say it's brass. That's a real nice find. So let's see what else we can get out of here. Okay, I getting an 81, 82 down in here. Wasn't that deep. Like I said, this stuff's pretty shallow. I don't know if anybody's hunted in here, but the size of that clock winder. Check that out. That's good size. Out of an old clock. It'd have been a big one. Definitely. That is heavy. So let's see what else we can dig up out of here. Hopefully we'll start running into some change here. Okay, I was getting a 80, 81 down in here. Down there about 5 inches. And I got this nice little axe head. Looks like it's got still a little bit of wood left in there. That's a nice find. Very cool. Very cool. Let's go find us some more stuff. Didn't do the wrap up here. Got in 3 places that I was hunting. I started off at an old home site that dates back into, I want to say it's in the 1850s to 1860s is when it was built back in there. I had 3 targets I was going to hit this weekend. The first homestead I've hunted in the past got a few Indians and stuff like that out of there, but today, or this weekend, it was just junk and everything. I moved on to the church that dated, and I finally got the dates right on it. It's 1880, and it closed down in 1910, right around in there. And then the third place was the the old farmstead out in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of interesting stuff, but no old coins coming out of there. I almost fell down in the well hole, in fact. But I did get some nice stuff out of there, though, and well, boy, this basically modern clad came out of there, and you can see you got the old nails and bottle caps, stuff like that. Old tin cup right there. That's an older one. That rang up really nice. It's a 16 gauge shotgun shell, shotgun backing, missing the paper. This I can't make out, that's 22. Get that? This is a big piece of watch gears and stuff like that. It's a big, I shouldn't say watch, I should say like maybe a grandfather's clock, something like that. It's a big dog, big sucker. And an axe head. This was kind of cool. You can see all the nails still in it. Probably fairly new. Small axe head there. This piece right here, this was another neat piece. That was some kind of like a makeup type of thing. It's got a little latch right there. Must have pushed in on it. If I got that cleaned up, I might be able to make out some kind of a design on there, but like I said, the backing, compact, something like that. Let's see if I can pry it open. You guys can take a look on the inside. So, must have makeup or something in there. Pretty cool piece. So down here, I don't know, I don't think this is old, but it says Old Quaker on it anyways. Federal law forbids sale or reuse of this bottle. It says Old Quaker on it. Kind of a neat one. Like I said, I think that may be a newer one. Yeah, fine. Is that 67 on there? Or 87? And at the bottom it's 68. Circled by F5. Like I said, I don't know if that's fairly new or not, and you know, maybe 60s, 70s, somewhere in there. Yeah, I got my weekend allotment of Mason Char lids. They get a different one this time though. Check this out. That's pretty white. Check that out. Presto. Don't get those very often. Unfortunately, the glass is busted in it. I like collecting these. These are kind of nice. So, get on with the stuff here. Got an old suspender buckle out of there. Kind of neat. Got a little bit of fancy, if you can see it. Little bit of fancy on this side. Just make out a little bit of it right in there. Up here in the corner. It's a little bit of fancy. I want to take my time getting that one cleaned up. That's kind of a neat suspender clip there. Put that one in the display case. Like I said, it's got a little bit of fancy in that on it. So that was a cool piece. This is off of the climbers. Back in the day, the lumberjacks used to use these. These were what they called hooks. Strap them on the inside of your boot like this, and they would strap on there, and then you could climb up trees with it. That was a nice old piece. That was a nice find. Let's see, do a little trellises on it, and see if I can't get that cleaned up just a little bit more. But that was a neat piece. These two here, you saw me bring that up. I haven't a clue. I really don't know what that is. And when I filmed it, when I dug it up and filmed it, I rechecked the hole and I got this little piece out of there. So I don't know what that would be. I haven't a clue. If anybody has an idea on that, let me know. I mean, that's a neat little piece. This one here, I got it that old homestead over here, the last one I hunted. You know, and I want to say that's a belt buckle, but it could be like off of a possibly a horse strap or something like that. I don't know. That's a very cool find. Nice heavy brass. So that could be off of you know, a harness, something like that. You know, hooking up the horses type of thing. That's a nice piece. These actually came out of the same hole, and it's got a couple of rivets in it. These are pieces of leather with the rivets still in it. And those came out of the same hole, or very close to the same hole as that buckle and that. So let's get to the change here. This I thought might have been something. That's just a brass washer. And a 1967 dime, and this was out of the last homestead that I hunted. This was all 60s and 70s. I didn't get anything older than 60s and 70s out of there. And it's a 67, 68 nickel. I think that was a 1980, 1975, and this was a 1989, I want to say it was, or 79. Yeah, 1979, 4 quarters, 77, 73, 71, 60, 65, I think that was. Or 74, my fault. 74. So, only really old change I got was yesterday at that old church over there out back in the woods itself, and I pulled out two Indians. This one's 1900. Pretty neat. Cleaning up pretty nice. And this was a 1903, the second one. Both of them real nice. Got out in the woods, great hunt. But, you know, sometimes you find the change, sometimes you don't, and I'll take these 2 Indians, that's for sure. Not complaining about what I found this weekend, so I'm going to wrap this up and head her on home and give myself a hot shower. Thanks for coming along on the hunt, and hope you liked it, and like and subscribe, and thank you very much for viewing my videos. I really appreciate it. So we'll see you guys on down the road at the next hunt. Have a great weekend. Bye now.